Hello, everybody. This is Gerald Celente, and it's Thursday, July 10th, 2025. And here are some of today's trends in the news. Remember, the trend is your friend, and we're giving you everything we can. And just to make it clear what a freak show it is and how the freaks are running the show, this is a big story. Nothing about the slaughter of the Palestinian kids every day, day in and day out. No, no, no. This is what you pay $4 a day for from the toilet paper record. The New York Slime. Britain hosts French leader seeking a partner of shared thorny issues. What, like getting fucked up the ass? Is that the kind of thorny issue? Oh, because the guy, Macron, the little garçon, if he has a pecker at all, it's the size of this or the size of that, the size of nothing. Look at this fucking picture. And fuck off, all you little scumbags who send me these letters that you don't like my language. I don't like getting fucked over by scumbags that are destroying life on Earth. Put that picture back up there. Look at this little fucking clowns all dressed up in their costumes with their horses and all of the funny little fucking black hats with what shit on them, the costumes that they have, and look at the royalties. Get this in your head, everybody. You're just a piece of shit. You're nothing more than a fucking piece of shit. You're not royal. Calm down, Celente. We don't like your language. We like to get fucked. But not the way I like to get fucked. They like to get your money stolen. Where are the pictures about the Palestinians being slaughtered every day? Where are they? Hey, go to the Cartoon News Network. But not a word. Yeah. Not there yet, but we'll get there. But I'll go there now. Let's look at some of the, let's see here. Let's see. Where we got? Let me see what we got here. Israel launches, Israel carries out, oh, here we go. All right. Israel forces killed 288 Palestinians in Gaza Strip over the last 3 days. Yep. Israel kills 105 Palestinians over the last 24 hours. Oh, and they just killed 66 innocent civilians just before we went on the air that were getting food. And only 15 little kids. Not a word. And that's why you subscribe to the Trends Journal. So if you can't afford 37 cents a day, it's not for you. Spend $5 for the Wall Street Journal or $4 a day for the toilet paper record. We're giving you everything we can that nobody else is. So subscribe to the Trends Journal and hit the subscribe button. We're getting shadow banned because people are complaining about Celente. I'm a fighter. I don't take shit from anybody. I only attack the attacker. And we're being attacked. Life is being destroyed in front of our eyes, robbing us, and sending our money to slaughter innocent people. So, moving on, let's take a look at the markets. Oh, the Dow, let's see, the S&P and NASDAQ hit new highs. Dow came up almost 200 points. The moves came after President Donald Trump said late Wednesday that a 50% tariff on imported copper will take effect August 1st. And Trump announced a 50% tariff on Brazil's party in retaliation for the current trial against former Brazilian President Bolsonaro. What the fuck do I care about what happened in fucking Brazil? What the fuck do I care? And how come the markets are going up? Oh, because the tariffs are probably bullshit, just like the rest of his tariffs are bullshit. Oh, we're going to do the... Oh, no, we extended the date to August 1st. I can make up any fucking shit I want. Don't you know why I am? Again, you look at the picture over here. This kid, this is the fucking attitude of all these scumbags that are politicians. They're all better than the rest of us. Brazil's president, Lula da Silva, said the country would respond to a 50% levy in accordance. And by the way, according to the data, they buy more from us than we buy from them. Yep. Despite the increasing trade tensions, U.S. markets have been able to march to record highs. Those gains were driven by optimism, and NVIDIA shares, public companies valued $4 trillion. Again, we see a dot-com bust. And you got your articles in the Trends Journal. We're showing you week after week how China is leading the charge in AI. So get ready for dot-com bust 2.0. Brent crude. All right, now the markets went up, right? They're blowing off the tariffs. This is how CNBC says. Oil falls more than 2% amid bearish Trump tariff outlook. Wait a minute. You just said the tariffs didn't count, and that's why the markets are going up. But now you're saying oil prices are going down because tariffs are going up. It doesn't make any sense. And the articles in your Trends Journal by Gregory Mannarino also make this very clear. Bitcoin. You know we've been bullish on Bitcoin. And again, people say, how could you be bullish? It's not what you like, what you want, what you wish for. It's what is. And as I said, with the Trump, you know, when he didn't like Bitcoin, remember? Yeah, but now my family's into it. I got $100 million from the crypto club. My team's in it. Yeah, the prices are going up. It ate almost $114,000 a coin. And they're going to keep rising. We've been bullish on it for almost a decade. Gold prices, and it went up some $10 an ounce. They're still hanging around in the 3,330 range. So they're down about, $175 from their high, but they're still way up there. And we see it going more. China factory gate prices fall at fastest pace in almost 2 years. The damage that China did with their 3 years of zero COVID policy, launching the COVID war on Chinese Lunar New Year, the year of the rat, has done damage that is going to take a long time to recover. And the facts are all there. And you look at Porsche deliveries declined 6%. How come? Oh, on China weakness. Yeah, the luxury items and high-priced items that were being bought in China, they ain't buying them anymore. And China's overproducing. China's producer prices plunged 3.6% in June from a year earlier. They're overproducing. They're bringing down the prices, and people aren't buying what they used to. German exports fall again. Yep. Germany's in a recession, but they're borrowing $1 trillion to ramp up the war. We got to fight them Russians. We only killed 25 million of them in World War II in Operation Barbarossa. We're not finished. The scumbags, little fucking dickhead Mertz, little fucking black rock prick. Trump cites Brazil trial to justify precipitous tariffs. Okay. Americans lose their appetite for snack foods. You know why? They can't afford to buy them. Snack foods, junk foods. So what they're doing is they're making the packages smaller and raising the price. Warehouse vacancies hit record high. Yep. Developers have pulled back on new construction amid weak demand. About 72 million square feet of newly built space became available in the second quarter, down 45% from the same time in 2024. There's a slowdown going on. It's happening. The markets have no relationship. Main Street to Wall Street, no significance at all. Again, going back to why Bitcoin's going up and what the future is, you like it, hate it. It's going to be central bank digital currencies, stable coins. The whole thing's going in that direction. Everything's going to be digitized. They know everything about you, what you spent, where you spent it, what you spent it on, and most importantly, so they get their tax money. And again, they know everything all about you. Stable coins begin to enter mainstream with backup from Trump administration. All right? It's right here. That's Financial Times language. And again, one article after another of digital in this week's Trends Journal. One article after another. Digital asset traders pile into tokenized treasury funds. You can't make this stuff up. It's the future. How Unilever used AI to make soap go viral. Whose jobs are doomed in AI's rise? OpenAI and Microsoft fund AI training for teachers. Isn't that nice? Train teachers with AI so you don't know dick about shit. And that's what's going to be. The school system sucks the way it already is. I hated every fucking day of school. I got left back in the 5th grade. They got me out of high school to get me out. You know, I hated every goddamn day of it. You know, just bullshit crap. And now it's going to get much worse. Here, big story in the toilet paper. OpenAI and Microsoft funding AI training for teachers. Yep. AI, we own you. Grammy's chief is attuned to AI challenges. And WPP, that's the big advertising agency, stocks fall after its lower profit forecast. It's all going AI. And deal making, bigs keep getting bigger. Deal making, yep, it's going down, but the bigs are buying more. And here's the fact. Merck buys lung drug group for only $10 billion. $9 billion all-stock deal offered for Core Scientific. PAC set to buy WNS for only $3.3 billion. Faro nears $3 billion deal to buy Kellogg. Top build to acquire Progressive Roofing, only $5 billion. Telenor acquires Norwegian fiber network. That's a cheap one, only $592 million. Merck to acquire Verona Pharma, yep, $10 billion. So there you got it. Bigs keep getting bigger. The rich keep getting richer. And again, all the data on Trump's tax deal, all going to the rich. Not our data. What we put out there is what's being reported by the Tax Policy Center and others. And Netanyahu leaves Washington without a Gaza ceasefire, just like he wanted. That's the language coming from Haaretz, the Israeli newspaper. 6 days ago, U.S. President Donald Trump told reporters aboard Air Force One that, quote, there could be a deal on a ceasefire in Gaza by next week. Here we are next week, no deal. It was Friday when he spoke, 3 days before the expected arrival of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Now on Thursday, and Netanyahu will head back to Israel without a deal to announce. Yep. All more bullshit. And here's the deal. They won't do a permanent ceasefire, and Israel won't leave Gaza. And Hamas say they want a permanent ceasefire, and Israel has to leave, and they won't. Israel forces kill, again, 288 Palestinians over the last 3 days. Again, not a word. Yep. Gaza Health Ministry said on Wednesday that Israel attack killed 105 Palestinians, wounded 530 over the previous 24 hours. Yep. Here, this is the language, and this is why you subscribe to the Trends Journal. We don't use this kind of language. This is Financial Times today. Yesterday. Emboldened settlers step attacks in West Bank as Netanyahu tightens grip. Emboldened settlers? How about vicious, murderous invaders? In violation of the Geneva Convention and Article 242 of the United Nations. And now Yemen is bombing ships going in to Israel, and Israel's retaliating, carries out intense airstrikes in Yemen the last couple of days, keeps going. And what else? Yesterday, Israel launches, ready? This is the language that they use, the Wall Street Journal. Israel launches the toilet paper record. Israel launches incursions into Lebanon. Incursions? They're bombing the shit out of the place in violation of the ceasefire agreement they made. Incursions? That's the difference in the language. But I don't use proper language. I have to speak like that. Incursions. The war in the north between Israel and Hezbollah killed about 4,000 people in Lebanon and left swaths of the country in ruins. Yep. Nice, huh? Israel could do anything they want. Israel blocks all foreign journalists from Gaza. Haaretz. Yep. We're not allowed to. Oh, wait a minute. They call Israel a democracy. It's an apartheid state. The Arab people, by the facts, don't have the same rights as Jewish people. And this is our ally. You're not allowed to have reporters in there, journalists, to see the slaughter going on. Where's the outrage? Where's the outrage? Germany's Merz, again, that little fucking scumbag prick, says he has no doubt about legality of Israel's attack on Iran. It's from Middle East Eye. Germany's Chancellor Friedrich Merz on Wednesday reaffirmed his support for Israel's military strikes against Iran. Quote, I have no doubt about the legitimacy and legality under international law of what Israel has done. You have no doubt? You fucking scumbag? What are you talking about? It was an unprovoked attack. And this is the way they write it. The 12-day conflict, it killed nearly 1,000 Iranians. It wasn't a conflict, it's a war. Yep. They say 29 died in Israel and 3,400 injured. They say Iran says 5,332 people injured. But you ready for this? That little clown boy who's with the IAEA, that the nuclear inspectors, Grossi. Germany could develop nuclear weapons. Germany could develop its own nuclear weapons within months if it chooses to do so. IAEA Director, Gerald, a fucking director, fucking prick scumbag, said in an interview with Polish outlet on Wednesday. Grossi stated that Berlin already possesses the necessary nuclear material, know-how, and access to technology. According to Grossi, Germany could build a nuclear bomb, quote, in a matter of months. Now, wait a minute. That little scumbag Merz said that it was okay for Iran to get bombed by Israel and the United States. So I say that it must be okay to bomb Germany, who gave us World War I, World War II, the Nazi group. They could have nuclear weapons. Iran wasn't making nuclear weapons. They claimed they had enough uranium to make them. And now the clown boy, Grossi, is saying that Germany has enough to make them. So why not, according to Merz boy, it would be fine to bomb Germany. Yep. Isn't this something? Grossi's remarks come amid a broader militarization drive among European NATO members and calls for senior German officials who recently argued that U.S. nuclear weapons based on Germany are no longer enough to deter an alleged threat from Russia. Yep. Oh, we could have nuclear weapons in Germany, but could you imagine if Cuba had nuclear weapons? Oh yeah, that was back then. Oh, and then they killed Ken. I forgot. Yeah, what hypocrisy. Yep, Europe's biggest port readies for potential conflict with Russia. They're all building up their defense. Potential conflict with Russia. And that little scumbag, another piece of scumbag shit, that guy Root, he said that is the NATO secretary, scumbag prime minister that sucked off the public tit for how many, 14 years when he was prime minister over there in the Netherlands. You ready? He warned members that Russia could attack one of the European countries by 2030. Well, I said they could do it by 2029. No, 2030. I'm Root. Look at the shitheads running the show. Building up. Speaking of shitheads, scumbags, and I can't say motherfuckers without saying fatherfuckers, former Prime Minister Sunak rejoins Goldman Sachs as senior advisor. Oh, yeah, that was the former prime minister, yeah, of the UK. One big club and you ain't in it. They could give a shit about we the people. Yep. Here's an article. Volume of plastics in oceans exceed previous estimates. No shit. Plastic poisons everywhere. Nature, nobody cares about it. So anyway, that's some of your trends. And check out the interview I did yesterday with Judge Napolitano and subscribe to the Trends Journal. We're giving you everything we can. And we need your support. The more subscribers we have, the more we can do to help change the world in a better way. Again, 37 cents a day, nothing. And we're giving you everything. You see the comments of the people that subscribe. No magazine in the world like it. Thanks for tuning in. See you soon.